Hey guys, welcome. Adam here, Patriot Foods Podcast. Again, shop today, shop US only, supporting the American farmers, guys. It's super important. Shop patriotfoods.com and support today. Show your support today. Tell your friends and family about us. Share us, like us, all that jazz on social media, right? You know what to do. Hey, listen, we got Denny on again. Denny Gillem, Front Lines of Freedom. The podcast, he started a new podcast. He's going to talk about that a little bit right away, I hope. And I tell you, he's a great friend of mine, served this country, and he's done a lot for this country. He knows a lot about this country, okay? Good morning, Denny. Great to have you on, sir.
Adam, it's always enjoyable to do things with you because we share values, amigo.
Yes, we do. We love this country, and you know what? We're not ashamed to say that, right?
That's right. And, I don't know that we've ever really talked about this before, but I'm a California boy. We both live in Michigan now, but I grew up I was born in Sacramento, raised in Los Angeles. Indeed, I went from Los Angeles to West Point when I started in the Army. And so I was in the greater Los Angeles area when Disneyland was created in I believe, the 50s.
Oh,
Uh, and it was a very neat, fun, family-oriented, pro-American place. So I had nothing but good, warm feelings about that. Uh, then I got in the Army, was stationed a lot of different places. In the 70s, I was stationed in Tampa, which, and the Disney World had started in Florida, oh, I don't know, an hour's drive east of us. And uh, we took our kids there. It was a fun, good, wholesome place to go, particularly if you like crowds, because there's always a lot of people there. However, over the past years, Disney has switched from pro-American and pro-family to very woke and not very pro-American. And I consider it an un-American place to be. I don't know if I could say anti-American, but they certainly don't promote the values of America. They're incredibly woke. Uh, I don't support them in any way because of their values and the things that they clearly support. So, as a kid who grew up uh, next to Disneyland, I've come a long way. First in the right direction and then in the wrong direction as far as Disney's concerned. And I understand they're pairing off with some other people too, aren't they?
yeah, Denny. I sent you some pictures this morning, and it's amazing. You hit on Disney used to be a wholesome, family, fun uh, company brand, right? Standing for the kids and standing for the family life and family values, and
Yes.
this country. Um, you know, honestly, what I've learned about Disney in the last 48 hours, guys, I think Walt would. He has to be rolling over in his grave. What do you think?
Yes. Very, very much so.
Because this is not who he was that I'm aware of. Am I wrong?
No, the Walt Disney that you're talking about was very much alive and in charge of things when I was growing up and
Hmm.
as a young adult. And yes, I believe he is rolling over in his grave. Yes.
Yeah, it's really too bad how somebody can take a major U.S. brand like Disney and go so far left with it that it's sick, guys. This woke stuff and this gender stuff they're standing behind, and it's so anti-family, so anti-American. Um, the girls went shopping, Denny, and you have a picture of this package, and that's kind of why we're hitting on the episode here. They found this package in Walmart, guys, and they brought it back, and I said, "Wow!" I said that's pretty amazing, and it's it's a package, and the front reads, "Brothers All Natural." Okay, It's got Disney. It's a beautiful Christmas offering. There isn't much in it. Dried apples, freeze-dried apples, Denny. And I tell you, these freeze-dried fruits are becoming very popular for a healthy snack for kids. So this is a family-targeted advertising campaign, okay? Disney teamed up with Brothers All Natural and Walmart, okay? You got Mickey Mouse here holding a present and stuff. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful marketing colors. I mean, they know what they're doing. It's not their first rodeo, right? It's showing they know what they're doing. They know how to sell stuff. They've been doing it a long time, guys. But the problem me and Denny have is this. When you roll this package over, and again, it's the law. It's the law of this country. You have to put the origin of the food on the package somewhere. Now, you might need a magnifying glass to read it, to find it. They hide this stuff well, okay? But this package they're targeting your children with, and mom, the family. It might have been a stocking stuffer, Denny. It might, it's a Christmas offering. It's a promotional package. Well, this country grows a lot of apples, as you know. Denny, Michigan, New York, they grow apples everywhere. Washington, we grow plenty of apples, guys. But the apples in this package, okay, Brothers All Natural, Fuji Apple, Fruit Crisp, freeze-dried 100%, Disney behind it, Walmart behind it, okay? Walmart's one of our major brands in this country, just like Disney, right? All this going on this front of this package, when I flip it over, Denny, it's unbelievable that this is product of China. Inside of this bag, with all this U.S. advertising, all this child targeting, all this family-oriented targeting, and the fruit is from China. See, guys, that's what we're fighting. Denny, that's what we're fighting, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable what people are doing.
Well, I totally agree with you. And why would we think that since our number one enemy in the nation in the world is China, they wouldn't be developing some kind of additive that would eventually hurt us or something? Why would we think our number one enemy wouldn't do that?
Well, you're absolutely right. How can you trust these people? This is what the stuff looks like. This is a freeze-dried apple, and it's just, there's no taste, and I'm not knocking freeze-dried stuff, but this stuff tastes like grandma's cupboard, okay? It really does, guys. And again, if somebody wants me to send them a package in the mail so they can see it, or they want to show their friends, I have some extra. I will send you so you can see it. It's just gross. It should be illegal, but it's unbelievable that the Disney Corp would do this and Brothers All Natural would team up. Denny, they got their names right on the front panel. It's like they're proud of supporting China. They're proud of supporting China. They would rather support the China Apple deal than the U.S. Apple deal. You know what I think? I think we should quit sending our kids to Disneyland, right?
Yes.
Guys, this is stupid. This is just unbelievable. It totally, you've been to the one in Florida, right, Denny? I never have, but you've been to the Disney, what is that, Disney World or something in Florida,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's a big place. I don't know how many acres they took out of Orange Grove and stuff like that. It was a major deal. A couple hundred acres or something at least, guys. And to build the place, where you send your kids and your families and you're excited to go and everything is themed U.S. Everything is themed U.S. And they're after your child sexual origin. They're after your child's mental health. They're after killing babies. They're after all these things. And now they're after your American farmer. They don't want to support America. They don't want to support this country. So when Denny tells you they have no love for your country, believe him. It's right here. It's right here. You don't need any more signs. They're showing you the sign. It's just crazy. Denny, where do you think a company goes from here when they step over these lines? Your opinion, where do you think? I mean, they got to run out of ideas sooner or later. This was a super bad idea.
Well, clearly, whatever there is going on in their heads, being pro-American, being concerned for American citizens, is not one of the things they do. So, what they could be doing, who knows? But whatever it is, I stopped trusting. I can't remember how many decades ago it was. Probably 40 years ago, that I saw Disney moving the wrong direction, and I refuse to have anything to do with them right now. That's just nothing I want to have anything to do with. And I would encourage everyone else to take that same approach towards people that are clearly un-American. It's one thing. It's two things. Two, you're not supporting American farmers in this case. And two, you're supporting America's biggest enemy? Come on. No.
That's right. That's right. And Disney's getting kickbacks, and
Yeah.
you know them things. You guys, I want to talk about John Deere just real quickly. Trump said, John Deere, I don't want you going to Mexico. I don't want you going here. I don't want you going there. Denny just said something. You don't want to support the American farmer. This is what happens. Well, John Deere doesn't want to just build equipment overseas because it's cheaper labor, okay? They need to sell the equipment to somebody, okay? And unfortunately, they're selling more equipment overseas than they are in the U.S. today. Why is that? Why is that? Well, it's because of companies like this not supporting the American farmer. American farmers are not buying new equipment. American farmers are not planting more dirt. American farmers are trying to hold on to the dirt they already have, okay, without losing any more dirt, okay? This is a big, big problem. And it's security. It's security of our country, like Denny says often, okay? Denny knows what security is. And we have no food security right now, do we?
No.
No, there isn't any. And when you have things like this, with China on the back panel, hey, we're proud to say this is where it's from. You're eating Chinese apples, guys. We're proud of it. I mean, what are we teaching our kids? I mean, listen, humans are, over and over and over, right? We're habits of repetition. We're habits of, if we see things enough, we get used to it. We get numb, if you will, right, Denny?
Yep.
If we see something enough, we get used to it. We get numb. It's just like all these gender changing and these schools and not saying pledge allegiance to the American flag. And I'm telling you, when I was in school, I had to say it. We're all proud to say it. So you stand up, you put your right hand over your heart, and you pledge allegiance to the American flag. I mean, we don't even do that anymore. But don't worry. Your kids are eating Chinese apples, okay, in a Disney bag, right? This is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at. And it's okay to burn our flag in Los Angeles, where Denny grew up now. It's okay to burn our flag on Main Street, okay, where Denny grew up. It's okay to do that now. They do it. They don't even go to jail. They do it. And it's okay for Walmart. It's okay for Walmart to support the Chinese and buy the Chinese apples. That's okay now. You know, we need more guys like me and Denny. And we need more true Americans like you guys to really get upset. I mean, we can't just keep complaining about things and stuff. We got to leave this stuff on the shelf. We got to read our labels. We got to complain. Maybe stop shopping at Walmart so much, right? I said it. I'm not afraid to say it. You know, with these companies supporting Chinese fruits and vegetables or meat, whatever it is coming in out of China, it's a bad, bad idea. Okay? It's beyond a bad idea. It's the security of this country. Denny, what do you think about the stuff that's going on in the military? You talk about the military all the time. What are you seeing that's new on this woke stuff? I've heard about some woke stuff. Trump is trying to change that stuff a little bit. What is new there?
Well, as you have mentioned, Trump and the people he's pointed to be in charge of our military are very anti-woke. However, the problem is that the millions of civil service employees who work in the Department of Defense and the more junior enlisted people who have been in the military for 10, 12, 15 years and were recruited under the woke stuff, they're still there.
Right.
And when the boss says do A, by the time it gets through 15 layers of transmission and empowerment and direction, it can come out a little bit different. Nonetheless, it is truly changing. And one of the ways we could see it is that last calendar year, uh, military enlistments went way up. And we were having a heck of a hard time getting people to enlist in our military before. But this past year, 2025, enlistments went well up, which show that clearly there are changes. Have we been able to deal with everybody? No. But is it moving in the right direction? Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's terribly important. Terribly important.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. That's terribly important. You know, I don't think we're bigots or anything like that, guys. Who you think you are is up to you, you know. But don't be shoving it down my throat, my kids' throat at school, and don't be shoving it down my military's throat. You know, that's where I draw the line. I mean, it's you know, a man and a woman, they belong together. Period. Tell me something different. That's up to you, okay? But you know, when they start shoving it down our throats, party over with me and for me. That's it. You know.
I agree with you totally.
Um, Denny, what about this? I haven't heard much about this lately. What about when they made the vaccine? You know, you had to get vaccinated. You had to have the vaccine to stay in the military. You know, where is that now? I mean, we lost a lot of good military men and women because they refused that.
Yes.
Where is the law on that now? Where is the stance on that?
As far as I know, nothing has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I know that those people who were forced out and who want to come back in are welcome,
Okay,
but I
okay.
don't know about people who had a career going who now don't. I don't know about that. I, that's not to say there's nothing going on, just to say I don't know anything about it. But
Yeah,
that was certainly one of the most disastrous. Talk about illegal orders. There was an illegal order. You have to have an untested vaccine or you get thrown out.
yeah. I mean,
No.
take the jab or else, right? Take the jab or else. Uh,
Yep.
fly the rainbow flag or else. Put the rainbow flag up in the schoolroom or
Uh-huh.
else. Uh, you know, the biggest thing I like to talk about and touch on is love of country. We need to raise our children to love our country, and we need to raise our children to love themselves. Because Denny, what I see a lot in these protests and these purple hair people, and whatever. I said purple hair. I hurt your feelings, and so be it. But what I see is I see a lot of people that honestly I don't think they love themselves. Um, excuse me. They're mentally in trouble. They're mentally strained individuals, very uneducated, um, and it doesn't matter to me if they're in college or not. What they're doing, what they protest for, they're just mentally, there's something wrong with them, okay? So, moms and dads out there listening right now, I can't stress this enough. Raise your children to love this country, love the people that serve this country, that put their boots on the ground, like Denny, and did something you didn't have to do. Teach them how to pledge allegiance to the American flag, okay? And teach them to love their country. And if they love their country, they're going to love themselves. They're going to learn how to work hard, and they're going to be, valuable citizens to the future of this country. We have to turn this thing around. It's almost, I've stated this before, it's almost more popular to hate this country than to love it. And that we got to stop that. We got to stop that. And this left extremists have targeted our children, and now they're targeting our children at a grade school level. And we have to fight back. We can't just complain about it. We have to fight back. We have to love our country. We have to love what our country does. We have to stand up for each other. This division with these Democrats. I don't even think they're Democrats anymore, guys. They're so far left that I don't even know what to call them anymore. But this is how great things fall, is when you have major division. In our last podcast, Denny, you touched on that. You said I think this country's more divided now than ever. And I agree with you. And that's scary, guys. That's why we have to educate at home. At home. They're not going to do it at school, okay? We have to do it at home and teach these kids what this country's about. And they're trying to rewrite our history. I mean, pulling our statues down and stuff. It's just unbelievable. And you can say, Adam, that's old news. That's old news. It isn't. It isn't old news. It just isn't. It's where we're at. Them people are still living and breathing in this country, and we're still there. We're still at that point. We really are. And we need to change it at the child level. We need to get them to love their country again. I firmly believe that. Denny, is there anything else you'd like to add about Disney and China? I'm holding the package up again because I want the viewers to see that beautiful package.
Yep, it is a beautiful package. It would certainly attract me if I was looking for something to give to a child. But no, China is the number one national enemy of our nation. And they support the terrorists who are the actual people actually trying to kill us at the moment. Uh, to, there's nothing that they are doing that is good. They put people to death there and harvest their organs so they can sell them. I mean, you research what's going on in China, you would be horrified uh, that such a thing exists because it is so far from what we are. And no, it's time to get away from anything and everything made in China and anything and anything that has to do with Disney.
Yeah,
We're
100%.
100% in agreement there.
It's just, and this is why we have this package today, is because, guys, this is what I do. I'm a blueberry farmer. The family's been farming since 1961. And I started this company in 2018 because I mean, we couldn't even sell our blueberries, okay? The retailers say, we don't want your blueberries no more, Adam. We're switching to Peru. This is why I started this company. But Denny, this is why I have this package today. You know, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but I'm telling you, this Disney thing, it's not much of a shocker to you, but it really shocked me. This Disney thing with China, it's unbelievable, guys. Because again, when Mom's strolling through the aisle at Walmart, and this is where this was purchased, at Walmart, when Mom's strolling through the aisle with Jimmy and Susie, okay, and they see that package all beautiful sitting there, like Christmas time, okay? Mickey Mouse is literally holding onto a Christmas present, okay? So when they see that, they want that. China is very smart, guys. China owns our pork industry, okay? We have pork farmers in North Carolina and Georgia, and this is 6, 7 generation farmers. I mean, these guys have big farms, big. They know what they're doing. You can't say, well, Adam, they didn't know what they're doing. These guys are the hog farmers in this country, period, 100%, okay? When China comes in and buys up these slaughterhouses in this country, these pork slaughterhouses, because the Chinese, they love pork, okay? They buy up all these slaughterhouses in this country. They call the market. They tell the U.S. pork grower what they're going to pay. They're buying the pork on the hoof, okay? Well, these guys in Georgia and North Carolina, they can't even get their money back they spend for feed to get that hog to slaughter weight, okay? So this market is so bad on pork in this country right now. They cannot get their money back to cover their feed, okay? And guess what? That's China controlling our market on pork, okay? Denny, Gillem, I'm telling you, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to roll out there